There's 36 questions on this test, and this test has about 10 to 12 bonus questions on it. So that means, what's 36, what's 100 divided by 36? Well, 3 would be 108. So it's about 2.5 apiece. So everybody should make a 30 on this test. Everybody. If you don't make a 30, you don't what? You don't tell anybody. Okay?
Quit.
Yep. Quit. So what? You owe $9. You have $1. What's the answer? You owe $8. You owe $1. You owe $3. What's owing 1 and owing 3? You owe 4. You owe $4. You have $5. Well, you have $1. Okay, do that one. Somebody tell me what the direction says about your answer.
Decimal notation.
Decimal notation. You need to write that directions down, and you need to highlight decimal notation, because I will not take the answer. If it says decimal notation and you put it in scientific notation, I'm not going to take it. Miss Simmons, do you understand me?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? Okay, because I want to make sure you understand.
Why are you bullying me?
Because I want you to quit.
I'm about to report this to corporate.
I'm dizzy now. All right, so, oh my goodness. 3 will go into 6 2 times.
All right.
Really? Do I have to hit it 5 times? 2 times. Did I not hit that pen at least 3 times?
Yes, you did.
3 will go into 6 2 times. How many times will 3 go into 3?
1
Times 10 to the negative 6 minus a negative 3. 2.1 times 10. You owe $6. You have $3. When you have $6, I'm sorry. You owe $6 and you have $3. What's the outcome?
Negative 3.
You still owe $3. So 2.1, and you move the decimal 1, 2, 3 places to the left. So our final answer is 0.0021.
Bing.
That's how you do that problem. So take your handy dandy mouse, and that's 0.0021. Next, a person earns $23,600 in 1 year and gets a 5% raise in salary. What is the new salary? This is a Walmart equation. Walmart equation, I think I might have mentioned it to you before, is X plus or minus percentage X is equal to the total. X plus or minus percentage X is equal to the total. First of all, what is a raise? Is that good or is that bad?
It's good.
Good.
A raise is good. So what is good? Positive or negative?
Positive.
What would be minus? What is negative in real life?
You owing stuff?
Taxes.
Okay.
Okay? That's negative. Taxes and discounts. Okay? Actually, discounts are good, but it's not negative, but you have to use negative with discounts. But anyway, so that's going to be 23,600 plus 0.05, because you can't use percentages. You have to change it to a decimal. We talked about that in conversions. Okay? Times 23,600. Now take your handy dandy calculator and do that math. Well, let's see.
35,400.
I'm sorry, what?
The answer to the question is 35,400.
Did everybody get that number? Well, 2360 would be 10%. Half of that would be around 1,200. Let's say 2360. That's 2,400. 1,200. 1,200. That'd be 24. It's going to be around 25,000.
It's 24,780.
There it is.
Hold on, what?
1180.
I got 1180 for the increase.
Tim, wait a minute.
Okay.
Hold on. That's about right. You just need to add it back. I think you added wrong in your calculator.
Hold on one
It's
second.
going to be around 25,000. What'd you say it was?
24,780.
24,780. What'd y'all get?
You add the 11, whatever,
Yeah.
to
Now, how did
the,
I get that? How did I do that in my head? Well, you know, when you multiply or divide by 1,000, you move the decimal place, right? Or 100. We know
That's why.
that 10%
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Oh,
23,600 is what?
1,000.
2360, right? You just move the decimal place, drop a zero, right? Everybody
That's
know
what I did
that?
wrong.
Okay, then 5% would be half of 10, so 5% of this would be half of this, which I said 2,400. I just said 1,200 because I was doing it in my head. Somebody take 2360 and divide by 2. What do you get? 1180?
Yeah.
Okay, 1180. I did 1,200 in my head. Okay? And then I added 1,200 back to this in my head. And that's where I was getting. See, I did the same thing I think you did. I think you
Yeah,
did it.
move over the decimal.
Hold on. I did 1,200 in my head and got 24,800. That's what I got when I was doing it in my head. So that's why I said that was probably the answer, because 24,800 is what I got in my head. So 24,780 is applicable.
I just didn't move the decimal over. That's the
That's
only
what
reason.
I thought. I thought that's what it sounded like.
Yep.
You will fail.
Yes, I will.
24,780. Van down by the river. Oh my goodness, bonus question. Let's see if we can get this. If you miss a question on a test and believe it is correct, what do you do?
Throw a tantrum, of course.
Throw a tantrum. That always works. Go to a prayer closet. Ask
You
for
can
a
call
vote.
you.
If the person, if the person you want to win does not win, you throw a temper tantrum. If you look at your overall grade at the end of the semester and it has decreased from several days before, what has happened? I will take D as an answer, but that's not the correct answer. What's the correct answer?
I cannot.
conspired against you.
So
You
if we
cannot
pick
what?
D, we get it right.
I'll have to mark it right, yes, because I said I will. But the correct answer is what?
See.
C. And if you can't see, what should you do?
Move up.
Get your tail up and move to the front of the class.
I could see.
I'm talking about my previous class did that. I had a student in my previous class complain they couldn't see. Guess where they were sitting, Miss Simmons?
Right where I am.
Right where you are. When
Well,
does the
they ain't
homework
built like
terminate?
me.
The due date.
I think toward the only reasonable answer. Have you noticed a pattern?
Kind of common
How
sense.
is homework, quizzes, tests, and exams weighed in Hubert's class? I do not give quizzes, but if I were to give them, what's the answer?
I don't know. The teacher don't like me. Tell
That's
me.
it. Now, I'll take that answer in a heartbeat. Now, the correct answer, why isn't it 30, 30, 30?
Because that's stupid. And that don't equal 100.
This is the second most missed bonus question. Wait till you see the first one. Okay, a man purchased, now this is kind of a tricky question, so make sure you don't use your common sense because it will mess you up. Okay? All right, so a man purchased a used car for $6,000. He decided to sell the car for 30% above. So Walmart equation, 6,000. But don't use your calculator. What's above mean?
Increase.
Plus 0.3 times 6,000 equals the total. Now, somebody tell me what 10% of 6,000 is. Don't get mad at me. Don't leave.
Oh, my cousin's getting surgery. I wanted to be there.
Well, you got to have surgery?
No, my cousin. She broke her elbow.
Okay. Well, watch the video. Take the test.
Will do.
Say, what is 10% of 6,000? It's real easy. 600. Then if 10% is 600, 30% you would multiply 10 by 3, so you'd multiply 600 by 3, which would be what? 6 times 3 is 18, 1,800. So, what is 6,000 plus 1,800? Huh? 7,800? 6,000 plus 1,800.
Heck yeah, brother. That's it.
So that's what he's asking. All right? He could not sell the car. So he reduced his what?
Price.
Asking price by 30%. So 7,800 minus 0.3 times 7,800 equals the total. Now somebody tell me what's 10% of 7,800?
780.
780. Now what's 780 times 3? 2260.
Good
So
Lord.
7,800. Somebody check my math. Well, that's going to be a 40, and 77 minus 22. I say 5540. Somebody check my math. I may be off because somebody check the 0.3 times 7,800.
55,
Okay.
40. Yep, you're right on that one.
Good Lord. Genius.
I got 2340 for the 0.3 times 78.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me check it. 780 times 3. 3. Oh, okay. I made a mistake. 3 times, right here's where I made the mistake. 3, that's a 2. That'd be 2440.
2340.
2340. Because 21 plus 2
3
is
times.
23. So 2340, my bad. So somebody take 7,800 minus 2340. What do you get? 5460. And that's the price. Now, what do students do here? They think they can just take 30% off again and get their nothing's that simple. So, what did he do? If he sold the car for $54.60, what's the answer? Loss of what?
22.
40.
So take 6,000 minus 54.60.
540.
540.
Good job.
I don't know.
Next.
So this is the test we're taking?
One like it. Yours is not going to be exactly like this.
Okay, I was about to say, good Lord.
You should be writing these questions down. Are you writing the questions down?
I don't learn that way, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever.
Look, if I'm writing, I'm not listening.
If you're
Does that
taking
make
this
sense?
test at home, you're going to be using your notebook. You should be writing these down in your notebook.
Okay.
No.
Except the bonus questions, unless you need to write down the bonus questions. Does Hubert replace, oh, great. You don't even come to class with a pencil. That's great.
Oh, God.
I tell you what,
Donald
you're going to
Duck.
fail at life, Miss Simmons. That's what it's going to be. You're going to fail at life.
Dang, let me just leave.
The fortune teller, you see that?
Does Hubert replace your lowest test grade with your final exam grade?
No.
No way, no what?
No,
how.
what?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, 3.1. Find the greatest common divisor and least common multiple. 200, 220, and 600. Ms. Simmons, to answer your question, yes, this is the test, but instead of having 20 and 600 on your test, you will have this question. It'll just have 50 and 500. It's going to change the question around. It's going to be the same type questions.
Okay.
So, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. 2. Doesn't matter which one you pick. You could pick 5 if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that because 2 is easier to divide in bigger numbers. So 10 and 300. Now you could do 2 again. That would be 5 and 150. Now you could do 5. 5, that's 1, and 5 and 1, that's 30. And then, of course, 5. So this is your greatest common divisor. That's 1 and 6, 2, 1 and 3, 3, 1 and 1. You got your 1 and 1, so therefore you got your least common multiple. Okay, so what is 4 times 5? 20.
20.
Now, I got to pick out my tens because I don't want to rely on the calculator because I want to spell mom backwards and use my brain. So, there's 2 tens. There's a 10 and there's a 10, which is what? 100. So, we whatever we get, we need to multiply by 100. So, I use that up, I use that up, I use that up, I use that up. What is 2 times 3?
6.
6 times 100?
600.
That's your least common multiple. Now, it just so happens this one turned out to be easy. Sometimes they don't turn out that way on the test. And I don't have any way of doing that. The test does that. Okay? So, I'm pulling up a test. I could have easily got a more complicated one. Next. Which branch did Hubert serve in? The only one with United States in front of it, so therefore it should be
the Marine Corps.
Do not put Army. If you do, I will take points off. If a student does not complete a homework assignment, these are actual questions I get at the end of the semester. What grade will be that? I didn't know if I didn't turn in I'd get a 0. How many years of school have y'all been at? Minimum? 12 years? Yeah. Whatever.
11. Something like that. A trophy?
You graduated 6th grade, I know.
No,
All right.
I just graduated a year early. One year early.
1/8 divided by 8.8 over 1. Do we divide by fractions or do we multiply by the reciprocal?
The reciprocal.
You do the reciprocal. So that means 1/8 times, what's the reciprocal of 8 over 1? And that is 1 over 64.
8 and 8, and I got sick on the floor.
You know, the first step in recovering is saying that you have a problem. Okay? All right. So that would be 1/64. We could have a group intervention. She left! Oh my gosh, she left!
You offended her.
Oh well. I didn't think she was easily offended. All right. What is 8? You have $8. You owe $1. You have what? 7.
7.
Here is the number one most missed bonus question. Now, why do I laugh when I say that?
Because that's the only one that makes sense.
It's the only one that makes sense, and it's the number one missed.
Wow.
These people drive and procreate.
Mickey
Real
Mouse
sad.
is not your email?
Huh?
Mickey Mouse at Yahoo is not your email?
No, and I'm a loser is not a real, it might be a real phone number. I don't know.
I've been sending the wrong emails to
Yeah,
somebody.
exactly. You owe $5 and you owe $6. What's the outcome? You owe 11.
Duh.
In the real world, you owe 11. You owe $5 and you owe $8. What's the outcome? You owe what?
Wait,
I don't know. You have to tell me. I can't stand eights.
13.
Thank you. You owe 13. I hope that's right. I hate eights. I hate to add them or subtract them. All right. Why does Hubert not give you or entertain questions about extra points at the end of the semester? That's basically what that says. Because B is a good answer. I like B, but that's not the correct answer.
D.
D. He awards me extra points for bonus questions, and he drops the lowest 2 grades on each unit test. So I don't need to give you extra credit. All right, common denominator. Do not use 64 because that's not it. 54, that's not it. 54 is not the correct answer. I mean, the common denominator is not oh, dang, she came back. Is 54. 54 is the common, oops, did she hear me? Are we on mute? 1 over 9 plus 1 over 6. Miss Simmons, you missed 2 very important questions.
I'm sorry. I had to go get help. I had to go get recovery.
My help, my name's Hubert, recovery. Yeah, help. 954 plus 54. Miss Simmons, I believe you and me are a lot alike. We don't easily get offended.
You ain't gonna scare me off, and I ain't quitting, so you can give up now.
I guess I'll just have to pull rank and just give you an F on the grade. Whatever you make, I'll give you an F. I guess I'll just have to do that.
That's okay. And then I'll go up to corporate and plead my case and get my
Corporate? What the heck is corporate?
A. That's just what I
We're
call.
not part of a franchise here, okay?
She's going to go to the big cheese.
Okay, well, I can manipulate all the numbers. She has no paper proof, so I could change every one of her grades. So,
I got a plan.
now you got a plan? Oh, gosh. 9 and 6. Not 54. I just said it wasn't 54, and then I put that up there.
Might as well quit.
Might as well.
It's 18.
9.
dip.
Here we go.
By the river.
2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. You want all ones. You don't want the greatest common divisor. You care less. So, 3, 2, and 3. Real math stops. We don't care. We're going to keep on going. 2, 1, and 3. 3, 1, and 1. We got it. So what's 3 times 6?
18.
18 is your common denominator. And you'd be surprised on how many people use 54 and then they get it wrong because they forget to reduce, or they get it wrong because they don't know they need to reduce. So how many times will 9 go into 18? 2 times 1 is 2. 6 will go into 18. 3 times 1 is
3.
And what's 5 and plus 3? 3 plus 2.
5. Bless
5
him.
over 18 is your answer.
Oh.
No, it's just that you've been taught.
We're only on question 20.
You're only on what?
Question 20.
Hey, you see how much time we got, though? About an hour, 5 minutes.
D.
Can I continue, please?
Yes, you can, sir.
Okay. Can I be in charge for a while?
Yes, sir, you can.
Thank you. What should a student do if something happens and they are out of class for a while? Like a funeral, a homeschool, a high school event, a wreck? This is for the student that said at the end of the semester, I went on a vacation and I didn't take the third test. When did she tell me? After grade turn in.
Blame it on the Russians.
Yeah, there you go. Always blame it on somebody. If something
what I
don't
did.
go your way in real life, you blame it on somebody. You don't take it on yourself.
B.
Anyone that says
take-
Russians.
What?
If it says Russians and we pick it, are we right?
Yeah, I'll give you that. No. If you take several forms of a test in Hubert's class, this is a unit test. You take one unit test, how is it counted?
Highest grade.
B. He gives you a drop slip is a good answer on this one. He calls you a loser and fails you is even better.
That's my answer.
Yeah. Although covered in his handouts the first day of class by Hubert, what is the best way to communicate with Hubert?
A.
Carrier pigeon.
Some people don't even know what the hell that is.
That's unfortunate.
It's the parents' fault. Even you can watch the movies and that frickin', I watched The Mummy yesterday, the first one, the second one. And they used a hawk to send messages back and forth. I watched 3 movies yesterday. The Mummy 1, The Mummy 2, and that last one, that Chinese Emperor. That's stupid. I didn't like that. Oh my gosh, might as well quit on this one.
I don't know.
No, I'm done now.
Yeah, might as well quit. Have to work on this one.
Might as well.
Okay, this is point. I'll write it big so you don't go cross-eyed. 0, I go cross-eyed when I look at those numbers. Over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 6 zeros there. 0.064. Okay, so the decimal needs to be here and here.
You have a work email.
So that's going to equal, okay, that's going to be 6.6 times 10 to the 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
it's already the back.
blank 3. And to get this back the way it was, you got to go to the left. And then this one is 4.0 times 10 to the blank 1,
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And negative there. So somebody take your, well, I'll just do it in my head. 6.6 divided by 4.0 times 10 to the negative 3 minus a negative 7. 4 will go into 6 one time. That'll leave 26. That'll go in 6 times. 26 and 24 will be 2. 5. Somebody see it as 1.65. Well, 6.6 divided by 4.
You're right.
Huh?
That's right.
Okay. So what is, you owe $3 and you have $7. You have $4, and that is the correct answer, but we need to look at our directions. What does it say?
Right answer in
Scientific
notation.
notation. So that means I've got to use my shift key, and I've got to say 1.65 times, that's shift 8, 10, shift up, 4.
Oh, that's why I got it wrong.
Because you put in an X. What'd you do wrong?
The wrong answer.
Oh, you typed in a decimal? It'll mark it wrong. And then we have to go through all that mess, and then I'm not going to give you credit because the directions do specify. The only time I don't give credit or give you credit is when it does not specify. All right, 19.4, 5% raise. Walmart equation.
19,400 plus 0.50.
0.05.
05, just kidding. Times
19,400.
19,400.
Well, 19.4 is 1940. That'd be 820. No, be 960.
9.7.
Is it 970? Okay, 970. So that's going to be 970. Be 2,370. Somebody check me. I don't know. 21.
I got 2370. Like 20 and then 370.
Okay, give me, what's the 5% of 19,400?
970.
I'm sorry, what?
You said what's the what now?
What's 5%, 0.05 times 19,400?
970.
So we did get that right.
Huh?
Okay, so I'm gonna put 970 right here.
Adding that.
That's right.
And that's 073. I got the 370. I said 21,370.
20.
And
20.
that's 19, be 2,370, right? 20,000.
Yep, 20,370.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I think I said initially. I can't remember.
Good maths.
So we type that in. 20,370. Next. When is the last day for this semester?
April 23rd. Heck yeah, that's an option.
Judgment Day.
I got 2 people complaining they were offended on this question. Can anybody tell me why?
It's September 11th.
Yeah, I got a cousin's brother's aunt, sister-in-law's baby girl's daughter's cousin that died in 9/11. I said, well, what do you think about me putting December 7th, 1941 on there? What's
I
that?
don't care.
I didn't know what it was. And then the second reason was because I was making fun of the Bible.
Dang,
Somebody tell
Baptist.
me where I was making fun of the Bible.
But you said Judgment Day.
Is there anybody in here that's heard of the movie that's got Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
Yep.
What's it called? It's called Terminator. What does it focus around in Terminator?
Judgment Day.
Thank you. You know, I believe people actually try to find something to be offended about. Next.
Gives them purpose.
That's the difference between a soft-hearted person and a snowflake. A snowflake wants to be offended. All right. Find the common denominator of 30, 40, and 50. I'm going to divide by 5. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. Why am I dividing by 5 here instead of 2? Because each one of them are easily divisible by 5. You don't have to think too much. They're mostly multiplication tables. 6, 8, and what?
Yeah.
Now it'd be easier to divide by 2, 3, 4, 5. Real math stops, but we don't care. 3 would be 1, 4, and 5. 5 would be 1, 4, and 1. And then 2, 1, 2, and 1. And then 2, 1, 1, and 1. Here's a 10 right there. There's another 10. Good. So we got 100. And then what's 2 times 3? So our answer is 600. Isn't it easy to do calculations with fractions now? How many times will 30 go into 160. Well, you don't have to do much thinking. You just have to go over here and knock out the 30. Here's the 30, knock it out. How many times? What's 4 times 5? 20. 20 times 1 is? 20. Minus 3 over 40. How many times will 40 go into 60? Go over here and knock out 40. 40 is 4 times 10. And that leaves 3 times 5 is what? 15 times 3 is 45. Y'all check me. And then the last one is 50. And that's 7. How many times will 50 go into 600? We'll go over here and take 50 out.
12.
There's your, okay, 12, huh?
12.
50 into 600.
Just kidding.
I don't know.
Don't scold. Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's 5. I mean, there's 10.
Don't make me feel stupid and I was right.
10 times 5, 12 times. Thank you. You're right. What's 12 times 7, Miss Simmons?
It is 7. Ooh, don't ask me.
84.
84? Yeah.
Good job. All right, so 20 minus 45 is negative what? 25? Negative 25 minus 84 over 600 is what? Negative 109? Somebody check me.
That is correct.
Y'all check my math. Make sure y'all come up with the same thing. I guarantee you don't have to raise your hand, but I guarantee you there's somebody in here right now in these 3 places that didn't know how to do fractions before we started. Don't
That's
raise your
me.
hand. Oh, well, y'all gonna raise your hand.
Sorry, I have
Okay.
no shame.
Okay.
It's been a great day.
Who said that?
Me! Can I not be positive?
Who are you, Miss Rogers? Miss Simmons Rogers. I'm gonna get her a shirt that says I'm Miss Simmons Rogers.
She ruined my life.
What?
She ruined my life. I had an elementary school teacher named Miss Rogers.
Where'd you go to school at?
West End.
Never mind.
Okay, what time is it? What time do y'all get out of here?
117, 115.
Oh, shoot. Let me finish the test. If y'all got to go ahead, but let me finish the test. Well,
Sorry, I got 10 minutes
Sorry.
to get to work.
okay, go ahead. Be negative 109 divided by 600. Y'all go ahead.
Bye.
Y'all have a good day. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish. Y'all can watch it on the recording. So, next. What is that? What's the answer to that one? Overall grade, A. Next. Prime factorization of 63. Prime factorization of 63. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. 63, I'm going to do a 3, that'd be 21. A 3, that'd be 7, and a 7. Right? So that's going to be 3 times 3 times 7. Last ones are probably a lot of bonus questions anyway. So 3 times 3 times 7. 3 times 3 times 7. Or 3 squared times 7. I'll take either one of those answers. The distance from a planet to the moon is blah, blah, blah. Let's do this one because I don't think I've went over one like this. Okay. Let me get rid of this while I'm at it. There. Oops. Sorry. Okay, the distance from a planet to the moon, from a planet to its moon, is approximately planet, moon, and the distance from here to here is 2.39 times 10 to the what? 5th power? I went ahead and changed this into a scientific notation because that's what this problem is. Okay? An aircraft, dang old space shuttle, travels at a speed of 2.0 times 10 to the what? 4th? How many hours would it take for the spacecraft to travel from planet to the moon? All right, first of all, and distance equals rate times time, But I want you to think of this as Anderson and Greenville. Okay? The distance from Anderson to Greenville is 50 miles. Oh, I can't spell. 50 miles. If you was to drive in your car 50 miles an hour, this is at 50 miles per hour, how long would it take you to get to Greenville? Distance equals rate times time, right? Distance, 50, is equal to rate times what? Time. How do you get t by itself? You divide, this is your rate, distance. You divide distance by what? Rate. So what am I going to do over here? I'm going to take the distance. What's the distance? 2.39 times 10 to the fifth divided by 2.0 times 10 to the fourth. And take your calculator right quick while I'll do it. 2 will go into 2 one time. 2 will go into 3 one time. 2 will go into 19 9 times. And it just keeps on repeating. I'm not worried about that. You can get that in the calculator. Go ahead and do that. What's 2.39 divided by 2 while I'm doing the other? And then 10 to the 5 minus 4. So that's going to be 10 to the fourth. What?
It's 1.195.
1.195. Okay. And that's going to be a 1 right here. Now here is very important because they want it probably in regular notation since it's miles per hour or whatever. Right as an integer or a decimal. So we got to change it into a decimal. What does this mean? One place to the what? Right, because it's positive. So that's going to be 11.95 hours. Because miles per hour, the hours cancel out. The miles cancel out. You're left with hours. So all that scientific notation. So that's 11.95. It says type as an integer. I would say 12 hours, but they probably don't want that since it doesn't say round. So I'm going to say 11.95 hours. Next. Another one like that? No, this is easy. Okay? Please, how many employees miss 1 to 2 days work? What's 1 to 2 days? How many percent? So that's 0.24 times what? 8,700. So take your calculator and do 0.24 times 8,700. 0.24 times 8,700, and give me that answer. 2088 should be your answer. So 20, it says raised to the nearest whole number, so 2088, I guess that's the nearest whole number. And common denominator. So 7 and 21, you don't have to do, because this is 7 is a prime number. So will 7 go into 21? What if it was 7 times 20? Well, then you would just multiply the 2 because 7 is a prime number and 20 is an even number. So this time you don't multiply them, you just say, will 7 go into, yes. So 21 is your common denominator. Seven will go into 21 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. 21 will go into 21 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. 20 over what? 21. Okay, same type question that we had a while ago with 3 fractions. This one you might need to do the least common multiple because it's going to be hard to find a common denominator. So 14, 70, and 84. I'm going to divide by 2 because I got some big numbers in there. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13, and I just do that in general. So 7, 35, and what? 48 or 42? Well, 7 will go into all those. 1, 5, and what? 6. Now the real math stops, so we don't care, we're going to keep going. 5, 1, 1, 6, 2, 1, 1, 3, and 3, 1, 1, 1. Hey, we got a 10 right there. So just do the other ones. What's 2 times 7?
14.
What's 14 times 3? Or we could do 21 times 2. What's 21 times 2?
42.
42 times 10? 420. So 420 is your common denominator. Now, you don't need a calculator here because all you got to do is just take out. So 14, where's 14? 14 is right here. So 6 times 5 is what? 14 will go into 420 30 times. 30 times 1 is what? 30. How many times will 70 go into? Well, 70 is 7 times what? 7 times 10, 6 times. 6 times 1 is what? And how many times will 84? Where is 84? Well, 84 is 7 times what? 84 is 7 times 12 or something like that. So let's find 7 times 12. 7 times 12 is 7 times 6 times 3, which will leave 5 times what? Wait a minute. No, 7 times 12. 7 be 5 times, right? No, wait a minute. What's 7 times 14, right? Or 7 times 12. 7 times 2 times 2 times 3. Isn't that 12?
No, 2 and 3.
Yeah, 84 will go into 420.
So it's going to be 35. Is that right?
Divide 420 by 84 in your calculator.
5.
Is it 5? Oh, because 5 times 8 is 40. I was thinking 5 times 8 is... okay, so it is 5. That's what it is right there. I was saying 5 a while ago, and I was doing it in my head. It wasn't right. Okay, 5 times 1 is 5. My head's wrong. All right, 36 plus 5 is what? 41 over 420. That should be your answer. 41 over 420. Next question. When is the week of finals? I'm offended. If you have incomplete assignments and Hubert puts a 0 in for the grade, what will the 0 do to your grade? That's another student. All right, do that one. I hope you don't have a class after this.
It's 4 or 5.
Oh, okay. All right, so what is 4.1 times 3? Isn't that 12.3? So that would be 4.1 times 3. That'd be 12.3. Check my math. Times 10 to the 4th plus a negative 6. Well, you have $4. You owe $6. What's the answer? You owe $2. So 12.3 times 10 to the negative what? 2. Is this a scientific notation? Yes or no? No. So 1.23 times 10 to the negative 2 blank 1. Which way do I move this in my head to get it back the way it was? To the right. So your final answer is 1.23 times 10. You owe $2. You have $1. You owe $1. What does it say to write it in? Decimal, so I need to move one place to the left. My answer is 0.123. Huh? 0.123. Next. That's it. So let's see. Besides rounding, and we should have 100. Look there. It's a miracle. So we got 100 on this test, so everybody should be able to study it down and make 100. Capiche? All right. You are allowed to go.